Hi everyone, I'm Beth and I'm the founder and director of Let's Talk About Loss. Our vision is that no young griever grieves alone. And since 2018, we've been running peer-led meetups all over the UK to provide safe, supportive, open and empowering spaces for young grievers to talk about loss. Thank you so much for your interest in joining Let's Talk About Loss and helping us to achieve our vision. In this video, I'm going to talk through what it means to be a host for Let's Talk About Loss and how you can apply. So firstly, what is a host? This is our word for our volunteer facilitators. Our hosts are not grief experts. They are just the facilitators of peer support spaces where everyone supports each other. Some practical information: our host should be between 18 and 35 years of age, as this is the age range that Let's Talk About Loss supports. And we ask that you have been bereaved for 1 year. This is because, from experience, we find that hosts who are further into their grief find it easier to support others in this role. You also should have been coming along to a meetup for at least 3 months, either one of our location-based in-person meetups or our online group, which meets on Zoom. As a host, you will work alongside at least one co-host, so you can look out for each other, and you'll organise the dates, times and locations of each meetup. You'll also be the admins of a Facebook group for your meetup, and you'll have access to a Gmail account where you can reply to any inquiries that come in for your group. Now, we ask our hosts to organise one meetup per month. This makes it a pretty big commitment, as ideally you'll start organising the next meetup immediately after the last one finishes. Therefore, if you only have a little bit of free time, this might not be the right role for you. And what exactly are the meetups? We want to create spaces that are safe and open for young grievers to talk about loss. However, we don't want anyone to feel intimidated, so hard chairs and cold halls are banned. Our meetups take place in social settings, such as in a quiet cafe or going for a walk in a park. Some months might be more centred around being reflective, talkative. Others might be more social and be centred around an activity like bowling or going to a comedy night. As hosts, you'll be expected to work together to plan the meetups, ensuring that all venues are accessible and appropriate. You'll have support from a host coordinator who can offer suggestions and practical tips, and you'll get resources to help you start conversations about grief during the meetup. You'll get other support too. You'll be invited into a Facebook group for all our hosts where you can share ideas and tips, and we meet quarterly on Zoom to chat too. We don't ask you to be grief experts, and we believe that everyone is only an expert on their own grief. Because of that, you'll get training from experts across the grief sector to help you understand how best to facilitate difficult discussions or attendees with specific types of loss. You'll also get important safeguarding and mental health first aid training. If you want to become a host, the 3 main skills that you need are to be organised, to be reliable, and to be understanding. We ask for a commitment of 1 year. This is because it takes a huge amount of our resources to onboard new hosts, and therefore, unless something unexpected comes up, we expect you to commit to this role for at least 12 months. If you would consider yourself right for the role of the host, we'll ask you to complete an application form. In this application, we'll ask you to tell us about your organisational skills, showcase your reliability, and explain why you think you are suited to this role. We'll also take a reference. Thank you again for your interest in becoming a host for Let's Talk About Loss. We can't wait to get to know you better.